There we go. Okay, Adrian.
Okay.
There's a lot of characters, so let me know if you want me to like scroll slower.
I want you to recite to me all their intricate backstories and personalities and arcs.
The dog?
I mean, you make a joke, but they do all have lore.
Yo, but the dog.
And then
though.
Adrian responds to you at, he's serious?
Hang on, is Poe just Ramba?
Where's Poe? This guy?
Is he just Ramba but like not dead?
I'm not saying that. What do you mean? What do you mean all these? What do you mean all these sprites are just ripped from other games? That'd be ridiculous.
Right, but the Ramba is just ripped from Poe, who was in the same game.
No.
Okay. Is Osol a dog?
Also Lamio is Okami.
Oh, okay. And then is how good is Red Death?
Red Death and Lita are boss characters that I had to unlock by doing really difficult shit, so they're easy as pie.
Is Cavello just a panda bear?
Yeah, he has a cherry bomb that explodes.
Let's play as the panda bear.
Cherry
Sure, I can do
bomb.
that.
We must fuck. That is it. I want our goal to be to fuck another panda so we can propagate our species survival.
Well, I'm a panda and I don't want to fuck, so no.
Damn it! Not again!
Not again!
Every time!
Alright, let me pick a starting thing, and then I'm gonna have Jesse tell us all about his wonderful vacation that he had.
My 2-week road trip.
Your 2-week road trip. While you were road tripping, I was studying. And that's the end of the statement.
Okay.
But yes, feel free.
Okay. So I had a pretty good time. We ended up going through 6 states.
Wow.
So we went through Nevada.
May I ask
then-
what prompted this trip, if anything?
It started like, I don't know, maybe in October-ish. Like my mom wanted to go on a trip. So then we're like, so then my sister's husband was like, why not we go visit like my parents in Texas? And they're like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Let's drive there.
So we basically planned this trip out for like a very good chunk of time, and we started in Las Vegas. We were there for 3 days, and then we went to Sedona, Arizona. Stayed there for 2 days, and then we spent at least 2.5 days driving to Texas. So we drove through New Mexico, and then we got to Texas. It took like another day to get to like my in-laws' place, and we stayed there for like 4 days. We got to go to the zoo over there.
The
It's pretty
zoo?
cool. Yeah, the Houston Zoo.
Oh.
We got beer at the zoo.
Oh yeah, you sent that
Very
picture.
nice.
Did you give the beer to the animals?
No?
Why
Why
not?
not?
What do you mean, why not?
I mean, if they live in a fucking zoo, dude, they could use a little pick-me-up.
I'm gonna say, why are you
Some
hogging
may
yourself?
call them party animals, okay? You gotta
Why are you hogging all for yourself,
Weird.
man? It's kind of a
Saba,
big
that's
move.
also a
if you
very
ask me.
good joke. I don't wanna overstep that. I want you
it's
to know
okay.
that that was a good joke.
I'm glad it was at least acknowledged.
Yeah, stop hogging all the beer. Give some to the hogs.
Adrian, that was a bad joke. No.
Anyway, so
Wow.
after our stay in Texas, well, no, during our stay in Texas, we made a brief stop in Louisiana. That was not pre-planned.
I was about to say that was not planned. We just ended up in Louisiana.
Like, so, my in-laws were basically like, yeah, let's go to a casino.
So you went back to
So we
Nevada.
drove to Louisiana, which was like 2 hours away from their place. And
Wait,
were
your
just-
in-laws in Texas?
Well, my sister's husband's parents. Yeah.
We're in Texas.
Yeah, they live in Texas.
And
But they
they're
drive
2
out to
hours away
Louisiana
from
occasionally.
Louisiana?
Yeah,
They're
Where's
just
Houston?
on the right side of Texas.
Houston's like near the end of.
Oh, is it near the edge?
Yeah.
Okay, because when you describe anything as being in Texas, no matter what city
He
it
just
is,
thinks
I
the
imagine
middle
it
of
being
Texas.
directly in the center and like
Yeah.
8 hours away from anything remotely like civilized. So when you said that it was 2 hours to Louisiana, I was like, what? How?
Yeah.
Impossible.
How is that possible?
It's pretty crazy. Texas is a very big place. Like,
I don't know. I don't like that sounds. If it was a big place, it feels like that would be part of their like regional identity, and I've never heard that before. So
Clearly, you're wrong. Is what Zach's trying to say.
Oh, it's like the weather there, though. It's just humid heat. It's. I'd rather have dry heat than like humid heat because it's like sticky everywhere.
is it humid in Texas?
Yes, because
Why?
they're near the Gulf.
Oh, that makes sense.
And
That
yeah,
sounds awful.
imagine like suburbs, right? But like everything's like 3 times farther out. That's what Texas was like.
Sounds awful.
Like there's literally nothing you can walk to.
Why does anybody voluntarily live in Texas?
That's a good
Prices are
question.
good.
The what?
The prices are good.
For like homes?
The food's pretty big.
Like
food is
gas. You know, gas is still like $3 or $4 there.
It's fucking $4 here.
It's $6 here.
I don't. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
You know, I mean, West Coast is pretty like we're dying over here.
Well, I mean, just take the light rail, the forehead.
Not
If you
that
need to
easy,
go
though.
anywhere, just take the light rail. And if the light rail doesn't go there, then just don't
And
go
if the
there.
light rail doesn't exist,
The light rail doesn't
just,
go
you know,
there, then it's not important.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
Listen, what did we need when we lived together that wasn't accessible via the light rail?
Bitches.
Did you say bitches?
Yes.
I don't know. A lot of the student housing was within light rail distance, so that doesn't seem super fair, I guess.
None of the bitches were accessible to us via light rail.
What a ridiculous statement. But yes, Jesse, I'm assuming that your story is not done yet, obviously, and I'm noticing like a distinct lack of aliens, so I'm looking forward to that still.
Oh yeah, the aliens will show up later.
In the story.
So after we left Texas, we made a brief stop in Roswell, New Mexico, which is basically the alien city.
Yes,
Like the
I've
whole-
been there too. There's really not that much there for how much people are like
Excuse you,
Roswell.
there's aliens.
Like their
Uh-huh.
whole identity is basically similar to how Salem's identities to like witches and stuff.
Excuse you,
Yeah,
Salem has some
but then
stuff
once
in
again,
it.
there's like barely anything there actually.
Salem has
And anything
Salem
that's
has
there
that
is
one
underwhelming.
historical covered bridge.
All right, I'm gonna go eat my food. I'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.
Okay,
Alright, goodbye.
goodbye. And then, so we were only there. We were only like passing by because it was on our way to our brief stop in, or like another stop in Arizona on the way back. So.
So the furthest out you went on the trip was that casino in Louisiana.
Yes.
Okay. So
And
so
then-
you went from Las Vegas to a casino in Louisiana and then back.
Well, back and then we went up.
Oh.
So we went up to Utah, to see the Zion National Park.
Yo.
Yep, been there too. That's
Beautiful
pretty
place.
good.
It was
Yeah.
very nice.
True.
We actually went through to three state parks
Holy damn.
during the trip. So
Yeah, they're like in a row, kind of like another
Yeah.
Zion. We went to like Mammoth on the way out of like California, I think.
like
Well,
on our way to Zion, and when we were in Arizona for the second time, we went to the Petrified Forest State Park. And that was pretty cool. Ever seen like wood, but it's like been sitting there for like millions of years, so it's basically rock at that point. Very cool.
I mean, my grandpa had a rocking chair, so that's kind of similar.
And every morning when I never mind.
It's Holy Lawrence, you're a funny guy.
And then from Utah, we went back to Las Vegas to visit some family living there now. And then on our way there, we made a brief stop at the Valley of Fire State Park.
Valley of Fire.
That
That's
sounds
cool as
like a
fuck.
fucking RPG location.
So, it was a very cool location too. Like, all the rocks were just like red, and they were all like.
So it didn't have like a volcano. It was just
No.
everything was red.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if there was like a different national park that was the Valley of Red Rocks, but it had a volcano in it and all the rocks were normal.
And then, after we visited my family, we went back home. But we got home at like 3 in the morning.
Oh damn.
That was last Sunday.
So you've been home
Yeah.
for a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have a link to my album.
You have an album.
I made an album of the pictures and sites that we saw.
very nice.
I will post those.
Sure.
Oh
That
yeah.
sounds
So
like that sounds like a good road trip.
Say,
I didn't
what
really
an
tell you
adventure.
anything I did in Las Vegas though.
Well, I mean, like,
Ooh,
did anything? So in my mind, there are like 4 things that you do in Las Vegas, just like different flavors of those 4 things, and you repeat it until you like pass out or die. So I'm assuming you did one of those 4 things, or any combination therein.
Let's see. Well, we
Gamble,
went to.
eat, party,
I
and the
didn't- I
4th
don't really
one.
gamble, but
I'm assuming you ate like a
yeah,
lot.
we ate. We ate a
Las
lot.
Vegas, baby.
we did see a show. We saw Piff the Magic Dragon. He was probably one of the more entertaining magic shows I've seen.
Oh, okay.
But I guess a big highlight from Vegas was going to the Omega Mart.
Yes! Oh god, I want to go to the Omega Mart so bad, dude.
So here's an album of the Omega Mart.
And you guys, and I can tell by the lighting that you guys did get to the secret, quote unquote, secret park in the back.
I mean, it's not really a secret. That's like the main attraction.
But they classify it as a secret location, though.
Unfortunately, I didn't study up on the lore, so I didn't really do any of the ARG stuff.
I've been watching the Omega Mart commercials for fucking years, dude. I fucking love Omega
There
Mart.
is the ARG that you can like actually like work on inside, and it's really cool.
I would say never heard of this Omega Mart.
Never heard of Omega Mart?
Nope.
I'm a big fan of the what did I call it, Saba? Fucking not augmented. What's it fucking?
What, alternate reality game?
Well,
I thought it was, you're talking about the ARG stuff, but isn't that what?
no, not
that
ARG.
is?
Like I sent you videos of it. It's like the horror. It's like the creepy horror videos on YouTube, but they're like
Analog
all
horror.
Yeah, analog horror. Thank you.
Analog horror.
There
I'm
we
a
go.
big fan of the analog horror stuff, and the Omega Mart are definitely analog horror, which I love.
Ah, you're right.
I am correct.
I'm looking
Yes.
at the images and I'm like, wow,
very
this
weird
is
inside.
real, but it's also unnerving.
Oh, Omega Mart.
I thought you were about to go into O'Reilly Auto Parts again. The OOO. There's a lot of OOOs, it seems.
It's when we were in Vegas, we got to eat at White Castle. So it was
I don't
cool.
know if that's an attraction.
Look, man, we don't have an actual White Castle like on the West Coast.
I think
You
that's a
know that.
good thing.
I'm like, oh, I'm like used to eating like the frozen one, so it was interesting having it fresh.
So you guys liked your food at White Castle, or at least thought it was passable?
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
like they don't tell you there's pickles in sliders.
They don't.
Yeah.
That's true.
How dare they?
I was like, what is this? Why are there pickles? There's no pickles in the frozen one.
Yes, officer, right here.
One of White Castle is one of those things that leads me to believe that corporations cheat the system more than I already know that they do, because White Castle is world renowned for being absolute dog shit, but yet it stays open when you have but like you can have like a really good like mom and pop diner sort of thing, and it goes out of business in like a week.
Wow.
How is that possible? And riddle me this, Lawrence. You're our resident business expert. Explain to me how this happens.
You're our resident billionaire, Lawrence. Answer the question.
Oh.
Evil billionaire.
You see when you have money, you can proceed to look at everyone else in the face, the bottom 99%, and fuck them in the ass.
Lawrence.
Oh,
Now, Saba, would you mind repeating exactly what Lawrence just said?
I'm sorry. It is
I'll go to
already been
PG.
forgotten. I've forgotten everything.
Uh-huh.
Who are
Can
you?
repeat what I said, but in PG.
Sorry. Just too hard for.
Like you're my
difficult.
translator.
Okay, I need you to repeat that one more time, sir. I have to write that down and then repeat it again.
Look
PG
at the
term.
99% and you can add your insult there.
Use your what is it? I need something else for eyes.
Your exorbitant wealth to actually make the world a better place.
See, look, Zach did my job for me.
I usually
Yeah,
do.
all right, I guess I didn't hire Zach. I hired you, so I guess the money goes nowhere. It's up to me.
It
So
just
top
doesn't-
1%.
Smoking like a true billionaire.
The top 1% will hold the money.
Oh, that's great. Petrified Forest. Man, this was great. This seems like a lot of really cool stuff.
It was very cool. Like we saw like freaking ruins of like an ancient Native American town. I'm like, man,
Gotta
Why?
make you say that. We gotta
Something
call
like that
it
in
the
Texas,
ruins.
maybe? Or was that out? I think we did something like that in New Mexico. Once when I went there, it was like one of the most stupidest ideas because it was incredibly hot. But we went to go see like caves or whatever in like the hillside
Caves
or the
or
mountainside.
whatever.
I don't know if it was actual houses or something, but they were carved into the mountainside, and there was like a structure that I think they were talking about, a sundial. But it's like ultimately it was basically like a heat trap. And it's like we just happened to go on one of the days where it was incredibly hot, and I'm like, we're stupid.
Man,
Very unfun. How hot it
how
was.
unfortunate.
True.
We are now at my favorite part of a Vampire
party.
Survivors playthrough, which is we are so vastly overpowered at this point that I literally don't have to touch the controls for another 10 minutes.
See, isn't Roswell, if I'm remembering correctly, Jesse, isn't Roswell just like that one street? Like it's just one street.
is it
That
one
has the
street?
stuff.
I don't know.
I don't remember. I remember it just being like one street.
You'd think that they'd be able to capitalize the alien thing a little bit more and make the town
Nope.
into more than just a shithole.
They have a bit of a museum, and that's barely anything.
There is a museum that we saw. We didn't go in because we didn't have time to go.
It's
And
You had to go
didn't-
find
I was
aliens.
like, I don't know.
Hey, that's how they hide the aliens.
I do
Just one
think,
In
more
the
store,
museum
like,
that no one
we
goes
gotta
into.
go, Yeah.
I do think that the Ronald McDonald in the McDonald's though, it's just like
You think that because when you posted the pictures, do you think that's a custom Ronald McDonald, or do you think that the McDonald's Corporation has a like franchisable alien Ronald that you can buy?
it's a good
If I were
question.
them, I would.
But
have that.
I mean, the Roswell location is like special because it's like a UFO thing. So I don't know.
They'd be fools if they don't.
they'd be fools if they do, but they'd be fools if they don't.
Hey, Lawrence,
I am.
how do you? Thank you. I just wanted to double check. How are you liking today's playthrough of Vampire Survivors?
So much shit is happening, dog.
What do you mean? What's actually happening on the screen? Explain it to me in
It's
detail.
just
Right.
AFK.
We have water being poured all over the place. Sites being
It's
poured all over
fire,
the
but
place.
sure.
It's fire?
Yeah, it's holy
Oh.
fire that's being shattered from a bottle.
It's coming from balls. I'm like, that's some weird looking water.
It is.
Things are starting to
in
move
fact.
way slower than before.
I'm gonna say it. It got real slow.
Give it like 7 seconds.
But it's like a smooth slow. Oh,
Oh, there we go. We're back a little bit.
All right. So we established the water / fire. We got sides.
You got
Or are those
what?
boomerangs? Sides? Are those sides?
Yeah,
or
those
boom-
are
the
sides.
Okay.
Those are sides.
Sides.
Side
You have
boomerangs.
7 million to spare, so you just toss them all out.
Yes, correct.
Then we got the fireballs.
There's a lot of
That's pretty
those. That's true.
self-explanatory. You are firing an infinite amount of magic projectiles with What else of that are you firing? Rock?
You talking about the brown like circle?
Yeah.
It's a cherry bomb that has a 90 at this point with the level that we're at. It has a 90% chance to explode, which is the petals that you keep seeing.
Oh, okay, alright. Alright.
That's where
Four
that comes
albums
from.
on the zoo.
That's a beetle.
Why are there so? Oh my god, that sounds awesome.
That's a crab. You feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Oh yeah, the zoo had like
feeling it
this underwater quote unquote attraction. It was just like giant animatronics of like things in the ocean.
So underwater, quote unquote. Understood.
Yeah, and probably looks way better at nighttime because it was not very impressive, like walking through that. Then here's miscellaneous food and stuff.
I like miscellaneous food the best. That's my kind of stuff. That's what I'm looking forward to.
So when we were in Texas, I got to try Whataburger. It's
Whataburger.
I don't know.
I got to try
It just
Shake
tastes.
Shake.
It just tastes like
Freaking
Wendy's, in my opinion.
It just tastes like Wendy's. I don't understand the difference.
Well, even like a burger.
I'm like, it's like I don't think it's like on the same tier as In-N-Out. It's like
It's
Well, there
true.
you go, boy.
In-N-Out belongs in the dumpster.
You're about to be thrown into the.
I mean, if In-N-Out's in the dumpster, that makes like
Everything in the dumpster? Yes.
no, that makes Whataburger like in a freaking trash heap in the middle of the ocean.
No!
God.
It's hurting other things now.
That's how bad it is.
Thought it was self-contained.
I was hoping.
It's even worse.
That was my ace in the hole, was hoping that it was fine, you know?
Well, not anymore.
it's just like it's okay. Tastes like Wendy's though.
How do you feel about Wendy's?
It's okay.
Does that mean Wendy's is better than you think? Or
No.
other people at least
Or
think
worse
that
than you'd
Wendy's
hope.
is better than they think?
No, it's just average.
Hey, Lawrence, I want you to take
People
a quick
say
look
good
at
stuff
your
about that
water fire.
Whataburger, and Whataburger tastes like Wendy's. That means a lot of people
Wait.
technically like Wendy's, right?
Maybe.
What the fuck is
That's the logic I'm
happening?
going with here.
Wait. Okay, now they stopped doing that.
Oh,
Give,
yeah,
give it a couple seconds.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the saturation.
So
Big fast
Arby's.
chuckle nuts.
So we stopped by Arby's at one point during our trip,
Oh, they do have the meats if that's what you're looking for.
but they were advertising like boneless chicken wings, and I was just mildly
Chicken
curious.
So
Okay.
I was very curious, and they're all right.
All right, Jesse, in your tier list, we got Wendy's, we got In-N-Out, and we got Arby's.
They
According
also went to
the online.
McDonald's.
You also McDonald's.
And
Tell
Whataburger.
us your burger joint tier
And,
list.
and Whataburger, that's true.
And Whataburger.
Not Waterburger.
Yeah,
I mean,
Whataburger.
I guess if I had to choose, it would be the burger that we had at the Zion National Park.
That's not wasn't an
Oh.
option.
Well, I mean,
Because they
I'm
had,
thinking this is like a fast food. I'm willing to change it to a burger tier list.
Okay.
There's a standard burger tier list. Apparently, Zion. How much would that have cost if you're eating it at the national park? Wouldn't that be like crazy expensive?
well, I had an elk burger. It was like $19. It was really good.
But it was really good though.
It was really good. 19 bucks for a burger, though. Holy shit.
That's only $1 less than I gave my nephew for his birthday tomorrow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want, dude? This is my first full-time job. I don't have money to give him.
You give him
Oh
all
yeah, I
your
went
money.
to Waffle House. On our last day of Texas, we went to Waffle House.
How did that go?
It was pretty decent.
Jeez. Alright, I'm
good.
changing the burger tier list into food tier list. Your entire trip.
Like they had like a hash brown bowl. They serve hash brown bowls. So it's just a bowl with hash browns. And then there's like, you can choose like egg and bacon on it. It's pretty good.
Oh, there's an ant on my wall. Hey Lawrence,
Oh,
while I
no,
go take
he's about to-
while I go take care of this ant, I want you to watch a couple cycles of this while I step
Zach's
away.
about to fight the universe. Watch out.
Watch out.
Again.
Watch out, watch out! It's just madness. Pro Slayer.
Go fight that universe, Zach.
Yeah.
Destroy hundreds and thousands of lives right there.
Excuse me, we established it was a galaxy. Like,
You're
what-
right, the
what's happening
galaxy.
here? Why is everything, why is all the pixels like suddenly big?
Don't worry about it.
Rather tiny, I think? And they're going faster?
I don't know.
I
Everything
think.
hurts.
It feels like a visual glitch. Oh, no, it's big. I
Hello,
don't know
I'm
what's
back.
happening.
I don't know. Maybe that was a different type of ant than I thought it was. But it tried to bite through the tissue as I was throwing it
Damn.
in the toilet.
One of those warrior ants you got there.
Well, it wasn't even like a warrior ant. It was just kind of like an ant. So I don't know. Anyway,
There's a spy.
so we're at our final build. I hope you enjoyed this, Lawrence, because you're picking the next character. We have just enough time to mostly finish the next playthrough, because as you can see, each playthrough is exactly 30 minutes long. So we'll be like halfway through the next character when we close out a stream. But anyway, Jesse, thank you
Yes.
very much for sharing your trip with us.
I mean, I'm not done
appreciate
yet,
it.
but
Oh, you're not? How much could
not
possibly be left?
so
It's like you were gone for 2
more.
weeks or something.
Yeah. So when we were in Texas, we went to this chain
What if I just booted Jesse?
called Bucky's.
Wow.
Like, thank you for sharing. Like, he was gone
Just gone.
forever. I revoke your invitation to the
Feels
stream.
bad.
All right. Anyway, but please continue.
Bucky's is cool.
What's Bucky's?
It's like a chain of like.
Stop going to fucking chain restaurants.
No, it's like a convenience store.
Oh,
Convenience store restaurant? Convenience store food?
There's like
you hit up the
um,
dollar store sushi.
there's like a long chain of like gas lines too, like on the outside. There's like 20 stations for gas at one
oh, that's a
like
lot. That's a lot of chains.
and like everything's branded like as Bucky's. And
including the money that you use to pay for all of it. They're called Bucky's.
you have the beaver. It's a beaver. He's a beaver mascot.
The beaver.
Oh, it's cool. We
So,
got beef jerky from there.
Wait,
No.
you said cool, right? So high on the tier list.
I mean, I don't know if that counts, but unless you
I'll
count,
count. This is food tier list now.
unless you count the hot and ready like sandwiches that they have there, those are pretty good.
Pretty good. All right, I'll put that on B-ish.
I mean, that's not even like comparing to the barbecue place we went in Texas. There's a place called Rudy's. if you ever had like Dickie's barbecue, like over here, in my opinion, Rudy's is just like way better than Dickie's.
Way
So-
better. All right, that's gonna be high in this tier list.
Lawrence is
Little
keeping
higher.
track.
Yeah.
He has like multiple
Listen, I
sticky
got-
notes.
Yeah, listen, I got to know. This is the Jesse approved tier list.
The
Like,
definitive
all right, if I'm
Jesse tier
traveling-
list of food.
Yeah.
Along this one road trip from Las Vegas to Louisiana, let's rank all the food that Jesse had from here to here.
I mean, I had pretty good chicken wings at Margaritaville in Vegas.
Margarita.
That was our margaritas too. Please say
did
it's
not-
terrible. That will be real funny.
We did not drink their margaritas at Margaritaville.
Sad.
This feels, I mean, I don't drink, but it feels like you're insulting them. That's like what they do.
Nah,
Nah.
it's fine.
Oh well.
Like when in Rome, do as the Romans do. But in this case, it's like when in Rome,
Yeah.
have a sandwich.
Yeah.
Or rather, chicken wings.
Well, I guess one final highlight was when we were leaving Vegas. Stopped by a used game store called Gamers Paradise.
Okay.
Gamers Paradise. All right.
They had a lot of like this was a legit, like actually good used game store.
Oh. Okay.
But like they
In
have
Vegas?
well, like compared to the ones I've been to,
No, but I mean,
That's-
like, where was this?
it was in Vegas.
Okay, it was in Vegas.
Yeah. Like they had a museum of like all the like old consoles and stuff. Like they had I saw the Panasonic GameCube, and that was pretty cool. If you don't know, the Panasonic GameCube is a Japanese-only model, collabed with Panasonic, that can play movies.
Hey,
Yo.
that was ahead of its time.
If it reached
It was only
America-
it was Japanese only, so
sad.
and
Dang Japan.
like the GameCube controller also was like specially branded with Panasonic, so that was cool.
I'm gonna say that's good to have in your game room, just like a collector's edition.
Unfortunately,
And
though,
rare shit.
this store is shutting down in the summer.
Well,
Yeah,
Like man, so
you should buy
apparently-
like everything
Apparently,
in
he's
the
having
liquidation
a
sale.
like blowout sale like in July or something.
damn.
And
Shame.
I'm like, man, I wonder. He's like, I was like, man, that Panasonic cube probably going to be like very expensive. He said that one's going to be around 1,500, and that might go very quickly because it's a rare collector's like item at that point.
Well,
Hey, Lawrence,
better grab that. Yes.
it's time.
All right. Scroll up. Scroll down. Concetta or Conchetta. He's rocking a guitar, it looks
Conchetta?
like.
Oh. Okay. This one requires me to actually think.
Ooh, you have to actually play the game.
I don't want. This game isn't about playing the game.
Random as a what?
3 bounces. I can do this. What is this one again? Yeah.
Also, I got
Okay.
I actually got to see the absurd prices of GameCube games now in person.
Why are they absurd? Collectors?
Well, yeah. More of like, it's that time where like GameCube games are like nostalgic now, so people are trying to get them. But because the GameCube itself didn't sell well when it was around,
There's
less
not a lot
games.
available.
Yeah.
Dang.
So I got to see Paper Mario for $175.
Holy
I was
shit.
like, what the heck?
Wow.
I was about to say, I think I have a copy of Paper Mario.
I used to have a copy of Paper Mario, and I always regretted selling it.
Damn.
You should have, you fool. You absolute buffoon.
Unfortunate.
Foolish fool.
You foolishly foolish fool. I am the male Francesca.
The only reason why I got rid of Paper Mario was because I thought my game was broken.
Oh,
Because
no.
Broken
I
how?
got to this point in the game where you had to like input like you need to spell like this character's name, and like it needed the lowercase p, but then when you bring up the menu, the lowercase p was like not there. And what I didn't know, because I was a dumb kid and I didn't look it up.
Was that it was
What's
on the
the fact
second
that-
page?
No, you had to actually go find it.
Oh.
So, so because I was a dumb kid, I thought my game was broken.
Damn.
I don't,
Like it was
I don't,
bugged
I don't know.
and-
That seems kind of that seems I don't begrudge baby Jesse for that. I think you were foolish for like getting
Older
rid of it.
Jesse, bigger baby Jesse.
If Jesse did that now, then I'd be like, come on, dude. We went to the same college. You gotta be a little better than this.
I mean, I wouldn't do that now.
This reflects poorly on me by comparison. By the way, Lawrence, can you hear the special song for the character that you chose? Or is it like really quiet?
Hold on, let me turn up the volume.
It's
I just hear percussion.
all right. Well, anyway,
Yep, that was my trip. Well,
Cool.
thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
What a cool trip.
Seemed like fun.
well, I think this was
longest
I
road
think
trip-
this was an excellent way of having Jesse sign off from stream forever.
Oh my god.
We're gonna miss him a lot,
Yep.
but you know it
Just
happens to the
gone.
best of us.
Not even just stream in live. We've sent the hitman after you already, and what are your
Well,
last words?
Well, Zach, there goes no Outer Wilds then.
Oh fuck,
No.
that's true.
Oh, nice. He got himself.
Oh, bamboozled.
Call him off!
Oh, that's so good.
You said it yourself, you don't need me anymore.
I wanted to share, and then I guess we can dive into some banjo topics for the last like 10 minutes. But one of my favorite things to do at work is everything we do from home is via Microsoft Teams. So it's a lot of like video conferencing, and you can set your own custom background, right? So for the most part, I have just been trying to endear myself to people by giving them custom backgrounds. I mean, not even custom backgrounds, just like aesthetic images that I find on the internet. But like people appreciate it because apparently I'm the first person who's worked at the DCSC that has fucking changed my background, I guess. Like they've been doing this for like 2 years, and I guess everybody's just a crotchety old person that never thought to do this. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But anyway,
Change your background. Congratulations.
They're a drone.
they're all drones.
Yay.
But the
I mean, how long were they working, like, remote?
so remote started in they've been trying to migrate to remote since late 2018, and then a certain event in 2020 really kicked it into high gear. so they
Gotta
have a
move
lot
fast.
so they're a lot better at it now. But anyway, so one of my favorite things to do is that I'm finding various different ways because if you have your background on, but you just point your camera in a direction that doesn't have a person in it, it'll just show the image, right? So like today, for example, we were doing our learners reviews or whatever, where the instructors go over like our strengths and weaknesses for the week. And I thought it'd be really funny if I changed my background to a video signal not found image, and then just turned my camera really high so that way it couldn't see me. And so they call me into the video conference for that, and immediately they see that, and all of my instructors start going, "Oh no, is he okay? Do we have to do something? Hey, we should look into this. Someone sent him a message." And then I poked my head, like I just like stood up a little bit, and I poked my head over the rim of the bottom of the screen. And of my 3 instructors, 2 of them immediately were like, "Zach, come on." And the third one started fucking cackling to herself that she had to mute. And I was like, that was worth it.
See, at least one of them. If you get one of them, it's worth it.
If I get one of them, they can't be mad.
Looks like you're playing a gamble there. What if none of them were impressed?
Well, because I don't know, like they've been really good about it so far. One of the guys didn't find it super funny because he's been dealing with our technical troubles like for the past 5 weeks. So I think I just gave him like a spike of cortisol or whatever. So he was like, "Oh fuck." But Denise laughed really hard. She was like, "Man, that was great." I have a custom background that one of my fellow students fellow learners helped me set up, which is my default background right now is just like a painted picture of like a stormy sea with a ship in it or whatever. So it's like a dark picture.
I am the storm, I suppose.
Well, so it's just like a really dark image or whatever, right? So I had Kenta help me out. And I was like, all right, I'm going to sit really still. I want you to take a screenshot of just my video, send it to me, and then I'm going to change my background to that. And I'm going to see how long, and this was like last week, I want to say. And I was like, I want to see how long it takes for them to realize that I'm not actually like on camera. And it took 40 minutes. For them to realize that I was just sitting there staring directly like off center for 40 minutes, and it was awesome. I thought it was funny.
What is happening?
I got a 5-item chest. Congratulations.
Yo!
Congratulations to myself. You did it.
Anywho, hey Saba, do you have a banter? You have a banter topic in there?
I don't think so.
Do you not? I thought you did.
That's purple. That's a Lawrence.
That's a Lawrence.
Tell me about your scam situation.
Oh yeah, I've already heard of this.
Uh,
It's fine.
yes.
It's called Obo Stream, but thank you anyway.
It's called Obo Stream, yeah. Yeah, so, one day this guy named Zach, he asked me about the stream, and I'm like,
One day this guy named Zach was in my apartment when I was supposed to be moving in.
Yeah, I was moving in, and I was just talking to my parents, and this bearded fellow named Zach.
Did I have a beard
just
at that
walked in.
time?
Yes.
You did?
I did? Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. Because I just know. Because
Jesse,
that's
did you
one of
say
the
yes?
Yes.
How did
was
you
there,
know I
too.
had a beard?
He was there.
Jesse was not living with us.
Are you sure?
What the fuck?
I didn't say he was living with us.
How can
never
you?
said that.
How can you prove he wasn't?
Jesse, do you remember me from first semester?
Yeah.
Is this a thing that
Yikes.
normal humans have the ability to do, to like remember people before they're significant in their lives? Anyway, please continue, Lawrence.
Probably. So last week, I guess now it's like 2 weeks ago, but I was getting a ton of commission requests all of a sudden, and I thought, oh man, that's really cool. And then I got an email later on about a job offer, and I thought, oh fuck, I'm on a roll. That's really cool. And it is a job offer to be a 2D artist with some knowledge on 3D. Paid like 65 an hour, and all the requirements I can fit in. They said they prefer someone with like 1 or 2 year experience, but they're willing to. They're willing to like.
They were desperate.
They were
willing to make an exception.
They were willing to make an exception, especially since they said that they saw my work. So I was like, oh, I'm special.
My hard work is paying off.
Oh, my hard work is paying off. Yes. I'm just pulling out the email right now just so I can remember. So they introduced themselves. He was a representative from a company called Wildlife Studios. I checked the website. It is a legit company. They work on phone games.
Did you get a video interview with the guy, or was it just like an email?
This was on an email first.
Okay.
No, I'll talk about the interview later on.
Wait, you actually got it? Okay, never mind.
Well, I'll get to that. That's like, it's not quite an interview. You'll see what I mean. But yeah, I checked the website. They seem legit. I even went to their social media, and yep, all the comments are talking about how the game sucks. I'm like, okay, this might be a real gaming company. All the information they gave out about the company checks out. Again, I could look at the website, and it matches. The job was exactly what I was able to do, even responsibilities, had good benefits. So I'm like, I'm a little suspicious, just because, like, usually when I get these types of emails, I'm suspicious just because, like, they're kind of too good to be true. So I'll just keep my guard up. I didn't send any information about myself. I just continued having going back and forth in email with this person, with this representative, and eventually a couple days later, they wanted to interview me. So they wanted me to download this app called, what do you call it, ICQ. It's kind of similar.
He's roboting out.
He is
You're
roboting out.
I am.
Yeah.
All right, tell me when I'm not anymore.
You're not anymore.
I think you're fine.
Alright, so they told me to download this app called ICQ. It's similar to Zoom. It's like a video conference / chatting application. Again, I was suspicious of that. It's like, I'd never heard of this. But then again, when I worked at MediaWorks back in college, I never heard of Slack. So I'm like, it could just
I
be
mean,
me.
I guess, sure, yeah.
Like, sure, I guess.
That's a logical conclusion to make, I guess,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, so then I downloaded that. I double checked the app. I made sure that it was a real app. Yeah, some companies use it, but it's kind of old school. So I just figured, this company is still kind of old school, and like they don't use Zoom. It's like, all right, that's fine, whatever. He told me to through that app contact the HR manager, and gave me the HR manager's username, I guess, within the program. So I started typing in like, hello Alexi Ryan, I'm saying your fucking name on stream, you fucking scammer. But yeah, hi Alexi Ryan, I got an offer by a representative and I was wondering if the position is available. And before I hit enter, I'm just like, I'm gonna Google one more thing. So I Google. Oh, actually, what I did was I just Googled this ICQ app, and then I added scams right
Yes.
next to it.
Correct.
And sure enough, not only did I get results on the scam, like there's tons of scams that were used via this app, but someone sent an example, and what do you know? It's almost word for word the exact same email that was sent to me in the very beginning.
Oh,
Very cool.
Yep.
Meeting 2D artists, working for $60 an hour. The company was different, actually, but it was some other company. It's like, oh, so they just pull out information from different companies. But the thing that makes it difficult to spot at first glance, I guess, is that the companies are real. Wildlife Studios isn't a scam.
It's not
isn't a
fake,
scam
it's
company.
real, yeah.
It's a real company, but the representatives are not. They're not actually representatives.
I don't know if you recall this, Lawrence, but I did. I had an experience very similar to this that I remember telling on stream, and I guess you don't. I guess you didn't remember.
No,
But
I kind of do remember. You telling a scam.
it was the game design consultant position.
Yeah.
Where it was like commission based, where I wouldn't be working like 40 hours a week, but every hour that I did work was like $80 an hour or whatever. So it was like, it was too much money for me not to look into and like all that jazz. And so like you're talking about all this stuff and I'm like, oh man, I'm really glad that you caught it. Is all I could say.
Yeah.
No, in my opinion, when I heard 60, I'm like, man, 60 is a lot.
60 is
60 is a
enormous,
lot.
especially for nowadays.
but it's like 60 is a lot, but it's at that pricing where I'm like, but what if it's true?
But what if?
Or what if?
Yeah, but it's just like that sort of like, especially for like that's like that sort of money. Like nowadays, anything above like 40 an hour only comes from like insider hiring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your dad's friend is the CEO of this company or something. You know what I mean? Like no one just hires for anything higher than 40 an hour nowadays. So that's an immediate red flag, but still. Wow, you got all the way to downloading the second party video app. Okay.
Yep, and seconds away from talking to the HR manager about an interview.
Talking to the scammer.
Hot dog, dude.
I will admit, after a couple of hours of being sad, angry, and just
Because you got your
around-
hopes up, right?
Yeah, I got my hopes up, but a couple hours later, I'm just like, what if I did go with the interview, but I try to make it as painful for them as possible.
That's still a lot of your time.
That's still a lot of my time,
Yeah.
that might be a little too risky. That's why I didn't go through with it. But
Who knows?
I don't know, what
Who
if
knows?
they-
Maybe the ICQ app isn't very secure, and they're able to like get into your system through it or
yeah,
something.
that's why
You
I
know?
was like, But like one of the ideas was like if during the interview they asked me a question, I would type up that question into like some AI program that brings up that just says shit all the time.
Oh,
to just
like
tell
the
story.
speech generators or whatever.
Yeah, like a speech generator, and I would say that as my
Oh, what
answer.
was the one that Adrian wanted us to do on stream? AI dungeon. Like imagine you load up AI
probably.
dungeon and the scenario is job interview.
Yeah. Job interview. You have been asked a question. What
Yeah,
are your-
like the AI. You say like the situation is you are in a job interview and you give it like the statement and it just tells you how to fuck with this guy. That'd be really funny.
Oh,
Alrighty.
again,
But yeah, I'm really
too
sorry
risky.
about that situation, Lawrence.
Yeah, shame. Almost had a job, but at the same time, almost
Better off not with
almost
the
got fucked.
All right. We are over time, so y'all can feel free to leave if you'd like. I'd love
head
to
off
stay
to
and
eat.
chat about scams with you, Lawrence, but if not, I'm just gonna finish the rest of this Vampire Survivors thing and then
well,
sign
it is-
off.
It was the end of the scam story.
Oh,
Yep,
that's the only
sounds
one
good.
you've encountered?
Well, I mean, that's the only one that got this close, or got this far. Because hot damn, was that scam specific for my case? A 2D/3D artist looking for a job.
I mean, that's
Too
a lot of
close.
people. So
It's a lot of people, but like I don't know. In the grand scheme of things, that's I'm in that group, so that's why it caught me off guard.
Well, I am off for food, everyone. So
Goodbye. See y'all. Well, I don't know if Jesse will be here, but I'll see y'all tomorrow for the end
Tomorrow.
of
I will
Wonderful
not be here
101.
tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Shame.
bye.
And now it's just me. Today was a good stream. I like Wonderful 101. I know Adrian can be curmudgeonly when it comes to him not having his way with banter topics and stuff like that. But we still had a good time. Hearing about Lawrence's most recent experience with a scam was surprisingly heartwarming. Knowing that I'm not alone dealing with this bullshit. It's nice. What am I gonna do after this? I'm gonna eat this entire bag of powdered donuts. I know that for a fact. What else am I gonna do? I can probably do some more work on that chart that Grant and I were working on earlier today. The chart of one of my board game projects. That'd be a lot of fun. Kind of chill to just do at the end of the day. There's a lot of things I could do. Gonna go on my weekly walk tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I wonder if this is at the point where I don't have to... I wonder if I can just stand in place now. I think it might be. There you go. I'm gonna take this opportunity. You gotta be careful to not share any of Jesse's pictures. There we go. What happens if I bring something in front of this window? Does it show it? It does not. That's good. I'm gonna end stream. Yeah. Good night, stream. See you tomorrow.